Testing, testing, and testing. Do 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 do. Welcome back to the countdown. Da 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 da. It's the countdown to Halloween now. Zibby dibby doing, dibby dibby dong do. Welcome back to the countdown. You guys ready for this? Are you sure? You need a fucking sip of coffee, huh? You animals mind just before Halloween? You guys don't get the feeling of Halloween? Feeling of Halloween's not in the air? You don't feel the... or hear the crunching of dried leaves under your feet? You don't spot a young boy down the street that you're thinking of murdering? It's Halloween. Anything goes, right? No, what puts you in the Halloween mood? Me? A little wind? Some leaves? Maybe some clouds in the sky? Ooh. And that cool, crisp October air, right? Yeah, I'm there. Maybe as you look to the distance in the woods, you see a woman dressed in black. Ooh, behind the trees. Ooh. That's something that always freaked me out, seeing something in the distance, right? It's like, get over here now so I can identify you. Get over here now so I know you're not a threat so I can talk to you. Right? Seeing something in the distance. Ooh, what was that, a minotaur? Half man, half horse. It could be worse. It could be worse. I don't know. You smell like hay bales, but you got a dick like a Pringles can. How about it? I'm in. I'm in. All right. Here we go. Nice and slow. Guys, sip of coffee for patience, eh? I'll drink to that. Here we go. It's a package from Trevor. You ready for this? Where's the date? Expected delivery date 7/30/2018. This came in July, guys. Alright? And I put this aside just for you guys for Halloween. You're fucking welcome. You're fucking welcome. By the way, I brought out my razor because I'm not wasting anybody's time on Halloween. Guys, what I have in my hands here, it's the most violent, most disturbing video game ever made. Oh, you don't think it's true? And here's the craziest part. It came out on the, well, on the what? On the Famicom. Well, I say Famicom because I don't think it actually came out on the Famicom, but that was the origins of the Nintendo, the NES. It was the family computer. Okay? Oh yeah, we all rebelled so hard against Nintendo because all their games played it safe. No blood in Mortal Kombat. You name it. That's about all I have. No. But Nintendo was always known for family-friendly gaming. It didn't have the edgy games that you always lusted after on the Sega Genesis and in the arcade. Well, here we go, guys. It's, oh wow, look at this. How neat, huh? I couldn't turn it down. Number one, Trevor gave me the deal of solid deals on this mother right here. We pay. Dead people are cool. You better believe it, pal. Look at that. It's chiller. Here we go. It's an unlicensed game. And wow, what a cover, huh? Look at the cover art. Are you serious, people? You got, I mean, you're talking about, this is 1990, all right? The arcade came out in 1986, right? So there was two horrors that year. Chiller and the Mets won the World Series. All right, enough of that. The horror was Gary Carter's teeth. Okay, every time I would open up a pack of baseball cards, for some reason I would get Gary Carter and his big Kool-Aid smile. Oh my God, I wish you could shoot his face off in this game. Here we go. Alright, what you need to understand about Chiller is, you need to understand the arcade first. The arcade came out in 1986. And now, you had torture. The scary thing about Chiller is not that the game is so graphic. The scary thing about Chiller is you got to understand some maniac programmed this game. Somebody came up with these ideas. That's the whole scary part. It all boils down to one man. The game consists of what? 4 levels, right? And a bonus stage? Okay? The first level in the arcade, for some reason the levels go backwards in the NES version. I don't know why. The first level in the game, you're in a torture chamber. There are people, one person's in a guillotine. You got 2 guys on the rack. You got a moat with a person hanging from a rope. You shoot the winch for the rope and they come down. The person comes down and an alligator jumps up and bites their limbs off and starts biting their torso off until they're nothing but a head that drops into the water. It's not water, it's red! It's blood! There's body parts all over the place. This one guy, he's sitting in a chair and he's got his head underneath like a vice, like this big head vice. And you shoot the vice until it turns and squishes his head. I mean, and all of these people are still alive and you hear the moans and groans. And the people that are tied to tables, you shoot their flesh off, essentially. You shoot their face off. There's something fundamentally wrong about shooting somebody in the face. Listen, I've never been a murderer before, but if I had a gun and I was to shoot somebody, for the sake of God, I wouldn't shoot him in the face. I mean, but this is one of the prime objectives in this game. You have, it almost seems like you're in like a, I don't know, like the basement of some castle or something like that. And you have like a little boy that peeks around the corner and you just fucking ice the kid. It's fucking disturbing, man. You can naturally see in this scenario there's screams and people being mutilated, so maybe there's like a kid around somewhere and he looks around to see what's going on, and you shoot him in the face. Wow. I mean, listen, there are all sorts of disturbing things happening here. There's two people on a rack. You know, like the medieval torture device, the rack? You shoot the rack until the crank turns and rips the people in half. I mean, we're talking about violence. We're talking about, number one, I'll just say it right now. It's got to be one of my, if I had an arcade, it would be one of my top 5 arcades of all time. I'm sorry. It's that good. And then what's the scene when you're outside in the graveyard and there's a church in the background? And by the way, I think you could shoot the church windows out. Okay? And then there's a woman buried in the soil, like up to her waist, and she's got a fucking tits hanging out. And you're sitting there and you shoot a torso away. I mean, people, this has got to stop. Anyhow. Yeah, so Nintendo cleaned it up, all right? There's no tits in this version of the game, okay? They cleaned it up in the arcade version. There's a monk like carrying like a wheelbarrow full of body parts, and you basically shoot him like a shooting gallery, and he goes back and forth, back and forth. The Nintendo version cleaned it up. They turned it into a fucking nun pushing a baby carriage. So there you go, and you could shoot the nun. Okay. Anyway, there's this guy, his arm, he's slinging fucking skulls through the air into a grave that's on fire. I don't know what's going on. And then you have another section of the game where it's like more of a traditional haunted house. The arcade version really shines in this. You got this head that comes almost scaling at the screen. You shoot his eye, like you shoot him in the eye, and the eye comes out like this. And then he's chasing another girl, and there's like all these like paranormal activities going on in the background. You know, like anomalies and whatnot. I don't know how you say it. But Chiller is this is incredible that it was. Okay, I understand it's an unlicensed game, but it still came out on the NES, which is it's fairly incredible to me. Who knew where this game was when it came out? I didn't know about this game until YouTube, honestly. I mean, who ever heard of Chiller? Unless you saw it in the arcade. I didn't have the, the good fortune of being able to see this game in the arcade, because I got news for you. This is a game that you would have found in the back of some CD bar somewhere, right? By the way, it turns out some like big New York City like planner, like building planner, some wealthy like building tycoon or something like that, has the world record for the score in this game. He played 89 hours straight. There you go. So I mean, listen, violence is great fun for everybody, and we're talking about blood and guts here. We're talking about this is very disturbing. Let's see what it says. At last, a thrilling video game at an affordable price. What? All right, that's one of your selling points. All right, a one player or two player game simultaneously. Team up and compete with a friend for an incredible fun experience. Shoot a new rapid fire mode. They're not saying anything about the violence here. They're just telling you about like the controls and stuff. Multiple levels of increasing difficulty and numerous hidden objects. You know what? You're boring me to fucking death here. Tell me about the face I'm gonna shoot off in a second. Guys, it's chiller. It's Halloween. And you just tuned into the greatest video game program in the history of human civilization. And you better believe that. With a 4K face! See you next time.